What's up, Jets fans? Welcome back to Jetstream News. What if I told you? The biggest change happening inside the New York Jets isn't a new quarterback. It isn't a first-round draft pick. It isn't a blockbuster trade. It's something much bigger. It's the culture. Because for the first time in years, people around the organization aren't just talking about talent. They're talking about leadership, accountability, competition, and belief. Aaron Glenn didn't simply arrive to coach football. He arrived to completely change the identity of this franchise. And judging by everything we've heard throughout OTAs and minicamp, that transformation has already begun. Today we're breaking down why the Jets' locker room feels completely different, how veteran leaders like Demario Davis and Minkah Fitzpatrick are accelerating that change, and why this culture shift could become the biggest reason New York surprises the NFL in 2026. Let's get started.
But before we get into it, if you're a die-hard Jets fan, make sure you're subscribed to Jetstream News. We're your go-to source for daily engaging content on all things. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers this off-season by hitting that subscribe button now.
Let's be honest. Over the last several seasons, the Jets have had talented players. Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams. Yet the results never match the talent. Why? Because winning organizations are built on more than great players. They're built on culture. They have accountability, clear leadership, players who demand excellence every single day. After finishing 3-14, the Jets didn't just need better football players. They needed a different mentality. And that's exactly what Aaron Glenn set out to change. From his first day as head coach, Aaron Glenn established one simple rule. Nobody is entitled to anything. Every position must be earned. Every practice matters. Every meeting matters. Every snap is evaluated. That immediately changed the atmosphere inside one Jets drive. Young players suddenly realized draft status doesn't guarantee playing time. Veterans understood. Past accomplishments don't secure future roles. Competition became the new standard. That's how successful organizations operate. Every championship-caliber team has players who coach without wearing a headset. For the Jets, that player may be Demario Davis. His return wasn't only about adding another linebacker. It was about bringing back someone who already understands what leadership looks like. Davis himself has said he believes in what Aaron Glenn is building, and that great organizations are created by great people and great leaders. Throughout OTAs, players consistently described him as one of the loudest voices in meetings, one of the first players helping younger teammates, one of the last players leaving the practice field. That type of leadership can't be measured on a stat sheet, but it wins football games. Now let's talk about another veteran addition, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Most fans immediately think about interceptions, big plays, Pro Bowls. But Aaron Glenn sees something even more valuable: leadership, communication. He recently said he expects Fitzpatrick to provide the same type of veteran presence that Demario Davis brings, not only to the secondary, but to the entire football team. Think about that. The head coach isn't talking first about tackles or interceptions. He's talking about leadership. That tells you exactly what this coaching staff values. When you combine Aaron Glenn, Demario Davis, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Frank Reich, and Geno Smith, something begins to happen. Young players stop wondering how professionals prepare. They're surrounded by professionals every single day. Watch film, ask questions, practice harder, recover smarter, prepare better. Culture spreads. Good habits become contagious. That's exactly why the Jets targeted experienced veterans this offseason instead of relying only on young talent. Let's look around the NFL. The best organizations rarely panic. Why? Because their culture survives adversity. Players know the standard. Coaches know the standard. Everyone moves in the same direction. That's what the Jets have been missing. Now, for the first time in years, there appears to be alignment. The front office, the coaching staff, the veterans, the young players. Everyone is buying into the same vision. Will culture alone win football games? No. Players still have to execute. But culture determines what happens when adversity arrives. When the team loses 2 games in a row, will they panic? When injuries happen, will younger players be ready? When pressure builds in December, will the locker room stay together? Those questions are answered long before week 1. They're answered during OTAs, during meetings, during training camp. That's exactly what Aaron Glenn is building right now. Jets fans, championship teams aren't built overnight. They're built through thousands of small decisions. Holding teammates accountable, practicing the right way, creating trust, demanding excellence. Aaron Glenn understands that. Demario Davis understands that. Minkah Fitzpatrick understands that. And now, the entire locker room is beginning to understand it too. Maybe the biggest offseason addition wasn't one player. Maybe it was an entirely new standard. And if this culture continues growing, the rest of the NFL may soon realize the New York Jets aren't just rebuilding a roster. They're rebuilding an identity. Now I want to hear from you, Jets fans. Do you believe culture can be the biggest difference for the Jets in 2026? Has Aaron Glenn already changed the identity of this football team? Or do you think the results on the field still need to prove it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because here on Jetstream News, we bring you the latest New York Jets news, rumors, training camp updates, roster analysis, and everything happening around Gang Green every single day. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Jets!